In the summer of 1961, on a desolate stretch of road near Hampton, Virginia, three brilliant women found themselves in a precarious situation. Their car, a trusty but temperamental vehicle, had broken down, leaving them stranded. As they assessed the predicament, a stark symbol of authority arrived, a patrol car, its sirens silent, but its presence commanding. The officer, an imposing figure, approached with a cautious demeanor, his questions direct and probing, reflecting the societal tensions of the era. He inquired about their presence in such an isolated locale, a seemingly innocuous question that carried an undercurrent of suspicion. Mary Jackson, known for her spirited candor, began to voice her indignation at the situation, but Dorothy Vaughan, the eldest and most pragmatic of the trio, quickly interceded. With a calm, steady voice, she cautioned Mary, reminding her of the broader implications of their words. In a time when arbitrary arrests were not uncommon, they quickly clarified their destination, NASA Langley. With a collective sense of pride, they explained their extraordinary occupation. They were computers, the human brains behind the complex calculations propelling America's burgeoning space program, aiming to launch rockets into the vast unknown.
NASA? That's something. I had no idea they hired.
The officer's surprise was palpable, his skepticism evident in his sudden pause. He clearly hadn't anticipated encountering African-American women in such a pivotal scientific field. His initial demeanor softened, replaced by a mixture of disbelief and a nascent respect. The conversation then naturally drifted to the intense geopolitical climate, specifically the Cold War and the looming shadow of the Soviet Union Sputnik satellite, a constant reminder of America's lagging position in the space race. He directly asked if they had ever met the legendary Mercury 7 astronauts, the celebrated heroes of the American space effort. The women confirmed their professional association, emphasizing their frequent collaborations with these trailblazing gentlemen. They echoed the national sentiment, the urgent necessity for the United States to claim victory in the cosmic frontier before the communists could. In a surprising display of ingenuity, Mary, with a natural aptitude for mechanics, deftly bypassed their car's stubborn starter, coaxing the vehicle back to life. Witnessing her skill, the officer, visibly impressed, offered them a police escort to their workplace. Mary, unable to contain her sheer elation, exclaimed that this unexpected turn of events, three Negro women being escorted by a white police officer on a Virginia highway in 1961, was nothing short of a God-ordained miracle, a poignant symbol of hope amidst deep-seated prejudice.
Dear Lord, I don't even know where to begin.
Oh, I'll tell you where to begin. Three Negro women are chasing a white police officer down the highway in Hampton, Virginia, 1961. Ladies, that there is a God-ordained miracle.
And tomorrow?
Upon their arrival at NASA, the relentless urgency of the space race became even more apparent. High-level meetings, often fraught with tension, underscored the immense pressure. News of the latest Soviet orbital successes fueled a sense of national humiliation. President John F. Kennedy himself issued a direct mandate: America must put a man into space, and do it swiftly. The weight of this directive fell heavily on the shoulders of individuals like Al Harrison, the director of the Space Task Group. He frequently questioned his engineering teams, demanding answers and solutions, making it unequivocally clear that inaction was simply not an option. The search for a brilliant mind capable of tackling complex analytic geometry, a critical component of orbital mechanics, intensified.
And another request, sir.
Another request. Jesus Christ, we don't have a single person in this entire building that can handle analytic geometry?
That's what I've been told.
Well, tell me something else, Ruth, like we're going to find such a person before the Russians plant a flag on the damn moon.
Dorothy Vaughan, overseeing the West Computing Group, was acutely aware of the shifting technological landscape. She tirelessly motivated her team, emphasizing that their collective future depended on their ability to adapt and master new skills. Among her team, Mary Jackson, driven by a deep-seated ambition, saw an opportunity to transcend her role as a computer and become a certified engineer, a path fraught with systemic barriers. Recognizing Catherine Goebel's exceptional analytical prowess, Dorothy wholeheartedly recommended her for the high-stakes analytic geometry position within Harrison's Space Task Group. Catherine's new assignment catapulted her into the heart of NASA's elite engineering division, a domain overwhelmingly dominated by white men. Her arrival was met with a chilling reception, marked by a lengthy list of stringent rules, a rigid dress code, strict protocols for interaction, and an unstated but palpable expectation of her imminent failure. She was relegated to an isolated desk at the very back of the room, a physical manifestation of her marginalization. Her direct supervisor, Al Harrison, though demanding, quickly recognized her formidable intellect. He tasked her with the critical responsibility of verifying the complex calculations, including those produced by the lead engineer, Paul Stafford. Harrison, a man driven by results, instilled a culture of rigorous scrutiny, publicly declaring that every piece of work, no matter how brilliant its origin, would be subjected to meticulous review. He stressed the profound consequences of error, reminding everyone that a human life would ultimately rest on the precision of their numbers. This open challenge to the established hierarchy, particularly Harrison's insistence that even the most esteemed engineers would have their work checked, caused considerable friction within the team, but Katherine's quiet determination remained unshaken.
Be as advertised. America's greatest engineering and scientific minds are not going to have a problem with having their work checked, are they, Paul?
Beyond the intellectual challenges, Katherine endured a barrage of daily indignities stemming from pervasive racial segregation. The most blatant and dehumanizing obstacle was the complete absence of a designated, colored restroom in her new building. This forced her to embark on a time-consuming and often humiliating pilgrimage, walking half a mile to a segregated facility on another campus every time nature called. This constant disruption not only wasted precious work time, but also served as a stark reminder of her otherness. Furthermore, her work was deliberately hampered by her lack of security clearance, preventing her access to the classified, unredacted data essential for her calculations. This made her task of verifying flight trajectories nearly impossible. Unaware of the true reason for her frequent absences, Al Harrison confronted Katherine, demanding an explanation for her prolonged breaks. With a mix of quiet fury and articulate precision, Katherine delivered a powerful, emotional monologue, detailing the indignity of her daily journey to the distant restroom, the inherent unfairness of the system, and the sheer mental and physical toll it took. Her impassioned plea, combined with the absurdity of the situation, spurred Harrison to an unprecedented act. He personally dismantled the colored and white restroom signs, boldly declaring an end to segregation within his department, and asserting that at NASA, we all pee the same color.
No more white restrooms. Just plain old toilets. Go wherever you damn well please. Preferably closer to your desk. Here at NASA, we all pee the same color.
This decisive action, while symbolic, marked a significant triumph for equality within the workplace. In her personal life, Katherine found solace and burgeoning happiness. She began a relationship with Jim Johnson, a military officer. At a lively church gathering, her close friends, Mary and Dorothy, enthusiastically, if somewhat overtly, played matchmakers, setting the stage for a charmingly awkward yet candid conversation between Katherine and Jim. During their exchange, Jim, curious about her unique profession, questioned the heady stuff she handled at NASA, subtly hinting at skepticism about women in such demanding roles. Katherine, with characteristic poise, delivered a concise yet potent explanation of her work, detailing the intricate mathematical models she computed, the immense complexity of analytical geometry, and the countless calculations performed by her and her colleagues. She assertively concluded that the women of the West computing room were not only proud of their contributions, but that their invaluable work stemmed from their sharp intellects, not superficial qualities. Her unwavering confidence and intellectual prowess clearly left a profound impression on Jim. Meanwhile, Mary Jackson's unyielding quest to become an engineer faced another hurdle: the requirement for advanced extension courses offered only at the segregated Hampton High School. Her friends, initially skeptical, voiced concerns about the futility of challenging such an entrenched discriminatory system. However, galvanized by Dorothy's fervent conviction that one must actively fight for change rather than merely lament injustice, Mary resolved to confront the legal system. She meticulously prepared for her day in court, presenting a compelling and deeply personal argument before the judge. She invoked the judge's own distinguished history as a first, drawing a powerful parallel between his groundbreaking achievements and her own aspirations. Mary passionately articulated her desire to become NASA's first African-American female engineer, a feat she declared she could only accomplish with access to the white institution. She asserted that just as Alan Shepard's historic suborbital flight had etched his name into the annals of American space history, her own pursuit, though seemingly mundane in comparison, held a similar pioneering spirit. Her eloquent and heartfelt appeal resonated with the judge, who, perhaps swayed by her logic and audacity, granted her permission to attend the night classes, a monumental personal victory against the insidious grip of segregation. Concurrently, the technological landscape at NASA was undergoing a seismic shift. The colossal IBM 7090 mainframe, a gleaming testament to computational power, had finally become fully operational. This sophisticated machine possessed the astonishing capability to perform calculations at speeds that dwarfed human capacity, posing an existential threat to the human computers. Dorothy Vaughan, ever the visionary, recognized this paradigm shift not as an end, but as an unprecedented opportunity. With characteristic pragmatism, she took decisive action to safeguard her team's future. She dedicated herself to mastering Fortran, the esoteric new programming language essential for operating the IBM. More impressively, she then meticulously trained every woman in her West computing group, equipping them with the cutting-edge skills necessary for the new era of automated computation. Her proactive leadership transformed her team from potentially obsolete human calculators into indispensable computer programmers. When NASA inevitably centralized its computing operations around the formidable IBM, Dorothy's prescient foresight ensured that her highly skilled team was not only ready for the transition, but became the very backbone of the new system, proving their unwavering value and securing their collective employment in the face of technological advancement. As the date for John Glenn's monumental orbital flight drew near, the stakes soared to unprecedented heights. Previous test flights have been plagued by setbacks, including the alarming loss of Gus Grissom's capsule. Amidst this backdrop of escalating pressure and uncertainty, Katherine Johnson's unparalleled accuracy and analytical genius became absolutely indispensable. Al Harrison, initially a man of rigid protocols, gradually came to trust Katherine's judgment above all others, relying on her meticulously verified numbers. In a groundbreaking move, he also ensured Katherine's attendance at critical, top-secret briefings, a clear deviation from established norms that prohibited women from such high-level discussions. Katherine astutely argued that real-time information and immediate updates were paramount for her to produce the precise, ever-changing calculations required for orbital flight. Her uncanny ability to visualize complex trajectories and identify even the most subtle errors proved invaluable. The true test of her mettle arrived just hours before Glenn's scheduled launch. The state-of-the-art IBM mainframe, despite its supposed infallibility, produced inconsistent landing coordinates, casting a shadow of doubt over the entire mission. In a desperate plea for certainty, Colonel John Glenn himself, putting his life in her hands, specifically requested that the girl, Katherine Johnson, personally verify the numbers. This singular demand, born of trust in human intellect over nascent machine computation, underscored Katherine's unparalleled reputation.
The girl.
Yes, sir.
You mean Katherine?
Yes, sir. The smart one. I mean, she says they're good. I'm ready to go.
Katherine, now officially Katherine Johnson following her marriage, was swiftly escorted to the bustling control room, with the atmosphere crackled with anticipatory tension. Working with her signature focus under immense pressure, she rapidly recalculated the crucial go-no-go coordinates, delivering the verified numbers moments before the launch window closed. This last-minute human verification provided the essential confidence that allowed the mission to proceed. The Mercury Atlas rocket, a towering symbol of American ingenuity, successfully thundered off the launch pad, propelling John Glenn into orbit, carrying the hopes of a nation. However, the mission soon encountered a terrifying critical incident. A warning light indicated a potentially catastrophic issue with the capsule's heat shield, threatening Glenn's safe return to Earth. Engineers quickly deduced that the retro package, usually jettisoned before re-entry, could be retained to help secure the loose heat shield, an innovative solution born from previous insights into the capsule's structural weaknesses. Katherine's precise landing calculations, combined with this last-minute tactical adjustment, became absolutely critical for Glenn's survival. As Glenn's capsule began its harrowing re-entry into Earth's atmosphere, it transformed into a fiery meteor, engulfed in a terrifying fireball, as friction with the air created unimaginable heat.
There's a real fireball outside. It's getting a little hot in here. Fireball outside.
Glenn bravely maneuvered the spacecraft, relying on manual controls and the improvised retro package solution to maintain its integrity. A tense communication blackout followed, plunging mission control into an agonizing silence, every second stretching into an eternity of suspense. Then, a voice, clear and strong, broke through the static. John Glenn, confirming his survival and safe passage through the Inferno. His Friendship 7 module splashed down precisely in the predicted landing zone, a monumental triumph not just for America's space program, but for the hidden figures whose meticulous work ensured his safe return. This historic flight was a profound vindication for the intelligence, resilience, and unwavering dedication of Dorothy Vaughan, Mary Jackson, and Katherine Johnson. Dorothy, now officially a recognized supervisor, continued to lead her team, transitioning them fully into the digital age as indispensable IBM programmers. Mary, having successfully completed her engineering courses, embraced her role as NASA's first African-American female engineer, breaking yet another significant barrier. Katherine Johnson's legendary calculations and her indomitable spirit became an inspiration, her name forever etched in the annals of space exploration. Together, these extraordinary women not only propelled America into the cosmos, but also shattered societal limitations, proving that genius knows no boundaries of race or gender, and forever altering the trajectory of human endeavor.